Years ago, there was a land claim dispute between some European settlers and some indigenous people. And the European person said, well, we have this title legally, so this is our land. And finally, the indigenous elder looked at the fellow, unbelieving that this fellow imagined he owned this land. And he said, if this is your land, then where are your stories? So my name is Tad Hargrave from marketingforhippies.com, and this is a video about that in marketing. If this is your land, then where are your stories? In marketing, there are three things that need to be established. First of all, relevance, then credibility, and then value. From the mind of the potential customer, those are the three things. First of all, is this offer helpful, relevant to me and what I do? Number two, do I trust you? Are you credible? And number three, does this offer seem valuable? But let's talk about that credibility piece. So once they see that what you're doing is relevant, they want to know if you're credible. And here's one of the things I realized is probably one of the most important metrics in credibility. It's how many stories do you have that you can tell? If you say, yeah, I help people with weight loss, okay. How many stories do you have helping people with weight loss? If you help people with building muscle, how many stories do you have of helping people do that? If your work is conflict resolution around divorce, how many stories could you share with me from your experience from clients? That is the source of your credibility. If you want a metric, that's the metric I would say. If I'm talking with somebody and say, oh yeah, you've got a presentation, kind of your intro signature talk, masterclass on this topic, it'd be good to share some stories. If I see them struggling and they don't actually have a lot of stories, their credibility in my mind just drops. I had a puttering session the other day. I said, just take a couple of minutes to think about stories. And she had 8 right off the top of her head. So yeah, if this is your land, if this is your niche, your territory, then where are your stories? If you're so good at this, well, where are it could be success or failure stories. The failure stories are also powerful. I worked with a client, it didn't work, and here's what we learned from it about how not to do it and what you do instead. That can work fine. And it could be stories also from your teachers. That's allowed, The best stories are going to be stories from your own life. Next best stories from your clients. Third best, but still acceptable, stories from your teachers. Yeah, my teacher worked with these people and here's what they saw and what happened. Those are fine as a kind of crutch in the meantime until you get your own stories, but ultimately you're going to want your own stories. Long term, the number of your own stories that you have is one of the most important metrics in credibility that I think there is. So I'll leave it there. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you so much to everyone who subscribes to this channel, to everyone who shares these videos. I'm very grateful. You can check me out also marketingforhippies.com.